Carolyn Scott Hamilton, the Healthy Voyager, and welcome to the New Year's episode of the Healthy Voyager's Global Kitchen. I've got my pal, Miss Juliana Hever, here with me, and she's gonna make something delicious that's healthy and easy to make, perfect for New Year's, out of her new book, The Vegetarian Diet.
Good job. It's a hard book to
I got it this time. I got
say.
it. Yes. So tell us a little bit about the book and what you're going to be making for us today.
Yes, something healthy. My new book, The Vegetarian Diet, is basically a hybrid of the Mediterranean meets plant-based. So it's why all the history and science behind why the Mediterranean diet is so healthy and successful, but why we need to be more on a plant-based journey in this generation. So there's a lot of recipes, all Mediterranean style, and this is one of my favorite staples because I love hummus. Hummus should be a food group, and it's a white bean rosemary dip. Very healthy, very simple. It's like 5 ingredients. Voila, done, easy and versatile.
So easy. Yeah. It is perfect for the new year because people are struggling with how do I get off on the right foot to be healthy this year, and a lot of the times healthy has that misnomer of, oh, it's so hard to be healthy, it's hard to cook healthy, but we're here to prove that delicious, healthy hummus is easy.
Yes.
All the recipes in her book are easy. And I'm making a tarragon zucchini soup, which sounds schmancy, but it's not. It's a throw it in a pot, heat it up, blend it, and done kind of soup. So
Sounds
you're gonna
great.
get 2 easy, healthy recipes to get you started off this new year.
Love it.
So I think we should tell everyone what they're gonna need. For the tarragon zucchini soup, you're gonna need 3 cups of vegetable stock or vegetable broth. You can also use a vegan chicken bouillon stock, which gives it a little bit more of a rich flavor. You're gonna need about 3 medium zucchinis diced, salt and pepper to taste, about 2 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. It's gonna give it that nice cheesy flavor. Some fresh tarragon, that's the secret ingredient because I think tarragon is the most underused ingredient and spice, and it's so delicious. It makes everything taste fantastic. So some fresh tarragon, you can use about a tablespoon, and a tablespoon of white pepper. And then you're gonna use some chopped onions, shallots, and garlic, chopped all kind of mixed together to give it a really, really rich, deep aromatic flavor, and some celery. Now it's Juliana's turn.
That sounds delicious. Okay, so mine is 2 cans of cannellini beans and about a lemon's worth of lemon juice. You could use lemon zest if you like as well for extra pizzazz. About 2 teaspoons of fresh rosemary and 1 or 2 cloves of garlic and a little pinch of pepper and salt to taste.
All right, let's get started. I think what we'll do is maybe start getting the stuff in the soup ready to go so it can simmer and get soft, and then we can start on your hummus. Then we blend together, and then we eat.
Perfect, sounds good.
I love it.
Do it.
Okay, so you're gonna get a medium-sized saucepan and set it to medium heat, and you're gonna start with the veggie broth, and we're just gonna dump everything in after that. But we're gonna heat up the broth, and then we're gonna put in our zooks. Because the thing is, you don't have to saute anything because everything's just gonna get all soft and nice, and then we're just gonna blend it all. So it's like
So easy.
going into one place kind
I
of thing.
love that. You don't have to worry about how perfect the cut is because I'm
Yeah.
terrible at my knife skills just are not good. So I
know.
love not having to think about it.
Just like
throw
toss
it
it
in.
on. You know what? Don't even cut the onion. Just throw it in there.
Yeah, why not? Then you don't have to cry.
It's so easy. I remember watching a Green Acres episode where Jaja's making a cake, and she makes it in the box. And at the end, they said, you're supposed to take it out of the box. And she's like, no. And she pulls it out. And it's like a perfect cake. So I thought that was kind of funny.
Wow, if only.
If
That
only
was
you could just
easier.
like put the box in. So everything's going in. We're going to don't put all the salt in because then that'll be terrible. Do your pinch of salt. Again, it's to taste, so however you like it. And in this recipe, we're using white pepper. White pepper gives it just that extra little oomph. You
Yeah,
know, it's a little different than black.
softer,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's softer. It gives it like a, I don't know, it's just a je ne sais quoi. It's
just fun
nice.
for change too.
It is, and it's also kind of underused too. So I'm
Yeah.
using white pepper and tarragon, my fave. I love tarragon with lemony things, like a lemon tarragon sauce.
I have to be honest, I have not done a lot with tarragon, so I'm really excited to taste
Oh,
this,
yeah,
because
it's super
I
yum.
love it. I just don't use it very
Yeah.
often. You're right, it's totally underused.
Yeah, it just smells so fragrant. It's so yummy. Mm-hmm. And then secret ingredient, the nutritional
nooch.
yeast, which is good for you and gives it just such good flavor. I'm gonna toss in the rest of this white pepper because
Get your
it's
B
just gonna
vitamins. It's
all
always a
good
thing.
stuff. All right, so I'm just gonna whip this up a little bit, make sure everything's in the broth and cooks evenly. And then once we've got this set, we're just gonna let it simmer for about 10 minutes and everything will soften up right where you need it. That's the good thing about zucchini. It cooks through pretty quickly. And then we blend it, and that's our soup.
Beautiful.
And we're gonna kind of do the same with your hummus, yeah?
Exactly the same. It's like the most compatible recipe ever.
I love it.
Yes.
Soup and dip. Soup and dip lunch.
I'm gonna start with, I don't use oil when I saute it. I use water or vegetable broth.
Yummy.
And I really love vegetable broth, but I just had water today, so
Yeah.
that's fine too. So I'm just gonna pour in the water.
It's also a good way to flavor anything without needing oil.
Yes, I love that. And you're saving all those calories from fat. Like on yours too. Yours
Yeah.
is too. Mm-hmm. So I just stick the garlic in there and the rosemary. And just gonna get those a little bit heated up so we can get some of those fragrances released.
Now, if you don't have fresh herbs, that's totally fine, but just so you know, it makes everything taste and smell so much better.
I know, but it's not easy to do, especially this time of year.
Yeah, exactly.
But you could freeze them.
You can.
You can freeze them and then they last throughout the year if you can. I kill everything that I try to grow in my garden.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of good with ground and already dehydrated spices, but
Yeah.
I love when I can get them. And we live in sunny California, so it's nice to have.
Yeah, we're pretty spoiled when it comes to produce.
We are.
Or produce, say the Brits.
Right, produce. Okay, so here are the cans of beans. I'm just going to toss those in there.
So you're
a little
using
warm.
cannellini beans?
Yes, white
Yum.
cannellini beans. They're so soft. I love them because they are soft and they have a nice texture when you do anything with them. But I use them with all my hummus basically. Like I'll put them in a can with garbanzos and they go well together.
It does give a different flavor than just a regular chickpea garbanzo hummus.
Yeah, and it's smoother. I feel like it's smoother.
And lighter. It doesn't have, I mean, I love chickpeas and I love garbanzo beans, but there is like a definite, I wouldn't say a meaty flavor, but it's a different flavor at the end of every bite that you don't get from the white bean.
Yes, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
I love all beans.
I do too.
Love beans. I could live on beans.
Black bean hummus with cilantro.
I
So
love
yummy.
that. Yes. Oh gosh, everything should be hummus. Hummusified. Okay, so that's it. So I'm going to pour in some lemon juice. You can use as much as you want, but I like a lot of lemon. And if you want it even more lemony, you could use some zest. And that makes it really, really nice. And just let the flavors get infused into the beans. And then, depending on what you prefer, but just a little touch of salt and pepper. Although that white pepper might be good too.
That would be good.
And that's it. And then we're going to shut it. Cool it down a little.
That's the fun thing about cooking versus baking. I mean, I love baking, but baking is such an exact science. Whereas when you're cooking, you can just mess with things like, use white pepper. Oh, look at this. You can use this.
So much easier throwing things into a pot. I love that. Makes it so much easier. Yeah, baking is a science for sure, and cooking is an art, right?
Yeah. Okay, so our hummus and our soup ingredients are nice and soft and blendable. Now, if you don't have an immersion blender, a little hand blender, you can totally put it in any blender. Just be sure that when you're blending hot liquids or hot items, you don't overfill it because it will explode and you'll burn yourself.
Yes, I've done it many times.
Yes.
I've done it with this too.
Yeah.
This is not so foolproof either.
Yeah, you gotta, it's like if you can do it in your sink and just kind of do this action, that works too. But if you are gonna blend, do it in batches, don't put the whole thing in. So just a little word to the wise. So we're just gonna blend up and then serve up, and that's how easy these two recipes are.
And we didn't plan this. This is so cute. We just had to bring our immersion blenders.
Ready?
All right, here we go.
1, 2, 3. All right, got all our yummy chunks of celery and zucchini. And another great thing about the soup is if you're gluten-free or you're soy-free or you're oil-free, this just takes care of everything. It's nut-free, it's all allergen-free. You don't need a base, like a cream base or any sort of nut milk or anything like that. You don't need flour to thicken it. I mean, it's all veggies. It's all good
Smart,
to go.
yeah, very versatile.
Good stuff, this one too.
Yes, exactly.
So good, this happy, healthy new year.
Yay.
All right, well, let's serve this up.
Okay, I'll take the little guy.
And I'll take this guy.
I love eating hummus with crackers. I love eating hummus with a spoon.
Totally.
But I brought crackers because I like to eat. I love crackers. That's like my favorite snack on the planet is crackers and hummus. I could live on that.
Good with crudité, any veggies.
Yes.
It's good in a wrap.
Yes.
It's good in a box with a fox. All
Yes, Dr.
right.
Okay. Oh, look how pretty.
So pretty. Get a little fresh tarragon, little pretty garnish.
That's beautiful. Look, oh wow.
So nice.
All the
So
green.
nice.
It
Easy.
matches. They're like
It
perfectly
does
matched
match.
together.
Instead of soup and sandwich, you can make a sandwich. You can do like cracker sandwich.
Ooh.
Soup and sandwich.
Yum.
All healthy, all easy, all good stuff. And it smells good enough to eat. It looks good enough to eat. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go eat. But in the meantime, be sure you give us a thumbs up if you like us. And if you have any questions, comments, or if you made these recipes and took photos, please put them down in the comment section below. And be sure to click subscribe so you don't miss any Healthy Voyager TV episodes. And you can find me at healthyvoyager.com as well as across all social media platforms at Healthy Voyager on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and Pinterest and anything new that comes up, it'll probably be Healthy Voyager. And Miss Juliana, you can find her at
plantbaseddietitian.com, on Facebook as Plant-Based Dietitian, on Twitter as Plant Dietitian, and Instagram as Juliana Hever. That's the one woman out.
Very cool. Well, I guess we have nothing left to say except have a healthy, happy New Year. Bye. Howdy guys, it's me, Carolyn Scott Hamilton, the Healthy Voyager, and welcome to another episode of the Healthy Voyager's Global Kitchen. Today we are making milkshakes, but not your average milkshake, guys. This is a raw, vegan, cacao, peanut butter milkshake. And that might sound funky to you, but it tastes badass. So this is what you're gonna need. About 3/4 cup to 1 cup of almond milk, 1 to 2 heaping tablespoons of raw peanut butter, 1 to 2 heaping tablespoons of raw cacao nibs, full of antioxidants, about half or a full ripe banana, 1 to 2 tablespoons of your sweetener of choice. We are using Swerve, which is great for diabetics, and it's not an alternative sugar, bad news, and some ice cubes. Let's go. All right, let's get blending. First, we're gonna toss in our almond milk. Again, you wanna always start with your liquid when you're blending, no matter what kind of blender you're using. Then, let's go ahead and put in these yummy cacao nibs, so full of antioxidants, a great excuse to have chocolate. Then, we're gonna put in the peanut butter. Make sure you get the creamy kind. Toss that in there. Get that little piece. Every last bit. I'm gonna put in our nanners. You don't have to slice them, I did. And then we're gonna put in our sweetener. Again, you can use agave, you can use turbinado, you can use cane sugar. We're using Swerve. It is a plant sugar like stevia, but it tastes like sugar. It doesn't have that alternative sweetener taste. It's really delicious. It doesn't spike up your insulin, so this is great for diabetics. Nice little treat. We're gonna toss in a little bit of that. Make it as sweet as you like. I'm gonna leave some out of that. And then you just put in as many ice cubes as you want. 4 to 6 is probably good, but if you want it really thick, like a milkshake, you can put in some more. All right, so let's get blending. All right, so our milkshake is done. Just pour it into your favorite glass. Perfect for a hot summer day. Yum. Stick a straw in there and enjoy. If you like this recipe, please be sure to let us know, giving us a thumbs up and leave your comments below. And if there's any recipe that you would like us to do here on the Healthy Voyagers Global Kitchen, let us know. I want to hear from you. So please subscribe to the channel, thumbs up, comment. See you next time on the Healthy Voyagers Global Kitchen. Bye. Hi guys, it's me, Carolyn Scott Hamilton, the Healthy Voyager, and welcome to another episode of the Healthy Voyager's Global Kitchen. As you can see, it's Valentine's Day here in my kitchen, and I've got the one and only Ricky Rocket with me. Yes! I loved 90s hairband power ballads. No one did them like Poison.
I'm perfect for Valentine's Day then, huh?
He's perfect. This dish, we're gonna make a pink vodka penne. So, no rose has any thorns in this dish.
No, this is Metal Valentine.
It's Metal Valentine.
Yeah.
After you eat this, your lover is gonna wanna talk dirty to you.
Wow, very
Yeah.
good, very good.
It's in the vodka and the sauce.
Ain't nothing but a good time right here.
That's right. So Ricky, outside of Poison, I know you're in a new band, Devil City Angels.
Right. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that. You guys touring?
You know, we did a tour just to go out there and play a couple months and just get a feel on it, to be on a stage together. Because I myself haven't really played with many other people except Poison in all that time. So to go out there and do, 90 minutes or something with, 3 other new guys, to me they're new guys, was, a little bit challenging because I had to rethink how I approach the instrument even, really. But it was great. We had so much fun doing it. And so now we're making a record, and it should come out by probably midsummer.
That's awesome.
And Poison's still busy, and, I'm just busy. I'm a daddy, and,
Yeah.
so yeah, it's pretty crazy.
That's great. And you've got your drum company,
I do.
Ricky Rocket Drums. Pretty
Rocket
rad.
Drum Works. That's the name of the company, yeah.
Rocket Drummer. And you're like a jujitsu champ.
No, I'm not a champ. I'm a black belt, and right here in
You
Santa Monica.
Suck.
Actually.
Just a black belt.
You stay at it long enough, and you eventually get there, I think, maybe. So perseverance is a key with that one.
That's pretty rad. And you're kind of a longtime veggie, right?
22 years
That's
I've been
pretty
vegetarian.
rad. So how, when you were touring all those years, I'm sure rockers weren't very veggie. How did you kind of get around that? Did you get razzed a lot when you were on tour?
I still get razzed a lot. There's usually somebody, like on a Poison tour.
Yeah.
There's usually somebody, 1 or 2 guys in the crew.
Yeah.
So we'll always have our little stuff set aside over there,
You guys are at the Thanksgiving kids table?
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. Well, this is really easy to make, and it'll knock a carnivore's socks off. You can put anything you want on top of it, but on its own, it's vegetarian, but it's vegan because we're not using cream. We're using a vegan heavy cream.
Oh,
So,
okay. That was going to be one of my questions. What is that cream?
Yeah, it's made with tofu and soy milk. And you can also use cashew cream as a base.
Okay.
Like I make Alfredo sauce with cashew cream. But for this one, we're doing like a little bit thicker, more a traditional pink sauce, which is heavy cream, tomatoes, and vodka. Yeah.
Nice.
You're gonna need 1 box of cooked penne, 1 28-ounce can of crushed tomatoes, 2/3 cup of vegan heavy cream. That's 1 block of tofu with a 1/2 cup of soy milk blended until creamy. A 1/2 cup of nutritional yeast, about a heaping handful of crushed basil, a 1/2 cup of vodka, that's the secret ingredient, 2 minced garlic cloves, a 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper flakes, 1 tablespoon of vegan butter, 1 to 2 chopped minced shallots, and some salt and pepper to taste. All right, well, let's get started. All right, so this is super easy. We're just doing the sauce first, and you're gonna have your cooked pasta ready to go. We're using a penne because that's the traditional one when you do a pink vodka sauce. But you can use rotelli, you can use fusilli, you can use fettuccine as well. But for this, it's nice and plump and yummy, and it really gets all, like in all the crevices, the sauce, it's really yummy. Okay, so we've got our pan ready to go. It's on a low heat, and we're gonna cook the shallots first.
Okay.
So it's gonna smell pretty
what's
yummy
that?
in here. This is vegan butter.
Okay.
You can use olive oil if you like, but we're using the vegan butter because, again, it's gonna add to the rich flavor of the sauce. Nice and creamy and rich is what we want for this dish. So we're gonna let the butter melt a little bit.
And it melts, is there casein? Casein? How do you say that?
No casein, it's totally vegan. We're using the olive oil one this time, so you get that rich flavor. We're gonna throw in the shallots. You can use 1 or 2. We're using 2 because I like a lot of minced shallots.
Oh, okay.
So that way you get a lot of really good flavor in there. But if you like less of an oniony flavor or less flavor in your dish, you can knock it back down to 1. So
we like flavor.
If you don't like flavor, don't make this dish.
Well, you know what, too? I think the key is to look for new flavors.
Yeah.
If you're going to go vegetarian.
Yeah.
Because if all you're going to try to do is replace what you had with meat, it can get a little frustrating.
Exactly. A lot of people do 1 for 1 instead of experimenting.
Right. And I totally did that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm from central Pennsylvania. It's meat and potatoes, capital of the world.
Garlic.
Ooh, we love garlic.
It's gonna smell good in here now. Yeah, it had to be tough.
Thank God I'm not kissing anybody on Valentine's Day. I'm here.
We're cooking. Well, you can go home and make this for your wife.
Okay. I'd kiss my little girl, Lucy.
She'll be like, Daddy, it smells like garlic.
Yeah, she doesn't like my scruff. My gnarlies. That's what she calls them.
Your gnarlies.
Yeah.
So we've got the garlic and the shallots are nice and cooked where we want them. You get them nice and translucent and you start to really smell it. So that's good. We're gonna toss in the red pepper flakes because again, all the oils are gonna melt together and really disperse the flavors. And then soon here, we're gonna toss in the tomatoes and the vodka so that the alcohol can cook off.
How do you know if it's cooked off?
It takes about 5 to 7 minutes and you'll see the liquid reduce.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you'll smell it. But it takes 5 to 7 minutes at this like low to medium heat.
Right.
Plus the acid from the tomatoes is gonna help with that. So these were plum tomatoes in the can and then we blended them up so that they would get nice and thick and not as chunky for the sauce. But you do wanna keep some tomato chunks in there. So we've got that in there and now time for the magic ingredient, the vodka. It's about a half cup. And we're gonna let it simmer and cook down before we add in our heavy cream. And then once we've gotten that in there, sauce is ready to go. Toss it on the pasta and it's time to enjoy.
So this is good for a Valentine's Day dinner if you want to
Yeah.
cook for your sweetheart?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Because the sauce is gonna end up turning a little bit pink. So it's, you know, the color of the day.
Do you have a wine recommendation to go along with this?
Well, because it's a pink sauce, you can go red or white. So you can
okay.
go a little Pinot Gris, you can go a little Pinot Noir, you can go a little Rosé. So yeah, that's the good thing about vegetarian cooking, because you know how when you eat meat, they always want you to pair it with a red or fish with a white. With veggie stuff, you can kind of do anything you want. It's fun.
Yep.
Yep.
They say real men don't eat quiche. I say real men eat what they want.
The alcohol is cooked off.
Wow.
And we're gonna go ahead and toss in the cream to make this a pink and creamy sauce. And to give it a little bit of like a cheesy flavor, we're gonna use nutritional yeast, which is kind of like the vegan
is it?
secret. Nutritional yeast. It's the vegan secret to making everything taste like Parmesan or cheesy, especially in sauces.
Wow. I never knew.
Yeah,
I never
good
knew.
stuff. And now you know.
Now I know.
Learning, like G.I. Joe, learning is half the battle. All right, so we're gonna mix this up, and then at the very end, we're gonna toss in the basil, and then that is it. As you can see, it's kind of thickening up, and it's getting a little pink.
I gotta tell you, I'm feeling romantic just looking at this sauce, really. I mean, it's...
Well, Italian food is always kind of a good go-to come Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Nice little light salad, some wine, some pasta.
Finish this off with a little cheesecake, vegan cheesecake.
That's right.
Some of the candy and some wine.
Chocolate
and then,
dipped strawberries.
Yeah. And then go watch The Walking Dead.
Yeah. So romantic. All right, so this is thickening up nicely. So we're gonna let this simmer just a little bit while we add in the basil. And you never wanna go more than low heat because then it will start to, now that
You don't
we've
want it
put the
to boil,
sauce in, yeah,
right.
you don't want it to boil and then you don't want it to start burning and sticking to the pan. So I'm gonna toss in that basil. And we're gonna go ahead and put just a little
She's a basil
pinch.
tosser.
I'm a basil tosser. I love me some basil. We don't want to go too nuts on the salt because we already have a lot of other yummy stuff going on in there. All right, well, our sauce is just about done. The basil's in there. It's nice and creamy. It's delish. We've got our pasta ready. So it's time to move this stuff over and plate our delicious stuff. So we've got our pre-cooked pasta, and you can go ahead and mix all of it into the pasta, but we're just gonna pour it on top.
And what kind of pasta is this? Just regular?
This one's
It's not whole
regular.
wheat, anything
You
like
can
that?
use whole wheat, you can use a quinoa pasta, brown rice is also really good, so it goes well with anything.
Quinoa's good, yeah.
I do like the quinoa pasta. And that's also gotten better over the years.
Yeah.
Back, I don't know, 5-6 years ago, when gluten-free was very early on, the brown rice pasta would just get all flaky and starchy and stick together. It was pretty bad. But it's all good now.
There's such controversy about gluten, we couldn't possibly cover it in 2
Yeah.
sentences, but let's just say there's a lot of controversy about it.
Unless you're allergic, yeah. There's all sorts of controversy about everything. Controversy.
Me, controversy.
People love it. People love a good controversy. So time to plate up our yummy sauce. And I like a real saucy pasta.
Oh, yeah.
Just the sauce. Dip your bread in it, little crusty bread.
Yeah.
So
Forget
yummy.
about it. It's good.
Forget about it. All right. Let's make this thing look just a little bit prettier with a little basil. Make it camera ready. And that's it. It's really easy to make a homemade sauce that tastes restaurant-like, and it's perfect to make something for your honey. Well, I hope you enjoyed learning this recipe.
Indeed I did.
Think you're gonna make it?
I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it for my sweetheart.
I love it. Well, if you make it for your sweetheart, or if you just make it, please be sure to let us know down in the comments below. Send us your photos, your questions. Make sure you like us. Also, make sure to subscribe right up here to Healthy Voyager TV. And then you can find me at healthyvoyager.com, as well as at Healthy Voyager on Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, everywhere. And Ricky, you can find
RickyRocket.com, RocketDrumWorks.com, Facebook, Ricky Rocket, Twitter, Ricky Rocket.
Yeah, he's all over the place.
Yeah, I'm all over the place.
All over the place. Well, we're gonna get
I'm like
all
a
over
mold.
this. That's appetizing. We're gonna be all over this pasta, and we hope that you have a very happy and delicious Valentine's Day. Bye.
Hi, I'm Dan Vega, and thank you for watching our channel. I want to take a second to tell you about a resource that's helping thousands of people across the country, Blue University. Blue University is the premier online business school for entrepreneurs and business leaders. You know, if you find yourself in a day-to-day grind where you've lost your joy, or you're just tired of struggling, then check out blue.university. That's BLU.university. I can promise that you receive nothing short of a multi-million-dollar education. And if you want a completely different life in 3 to 6 months and a way to create wealth in 5 years or less, then again, check it out. That's BLU.university. Find out why blue is the new color of success. Also, make sure to subscribe to this channel or to give us a good rating, but that's only if you see value. And when you do receive value, make sure to share it with someone else. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.